Hey, I sat on my couch on Sunday with nothing really pressing I had to do. And within about 90 seconds, I started to feel antsy, guilty for sitting on my couch on a day off. So I got up and I found stuff to do. Answered some emails, dusted, folded some laundry, made some cookies, anything but doing nothing. Spoiler alert, resting is not nothing. If rest makes you antsy instead of refueling you, there's a reason behind that, and it has nothing to do with being lazy. It's the opposite. A lot of us picked up this quiet belief somewhere that our worth is tied to how much we produce, that we earn our spot by doing, achieving, staying useful. And when that belief is running underneath, sitting still doesn't feel like rest. It feels like slacking. It can feel like you're not living up to your potential. Potential for what? Running yourself into the ground? Anyway, for some of us, it got wired in very young. Maybe you got noticed and appreciated for achieving, for helping, for being the responsible one. I mean, remember getting an allowance for doing chores? Being the good kid if you were a helper? So your nervous system learned being productive equals being safe and loved and liked, and slowing down, resting equals risky. So no wonder rest sets off a little alarm for the nervous system. On some level, it feels like you're putting your worth on the line just by stopping. And some cultures really fuel this. We wear some sort of busy like a badge. We ask people what they do before almost anything else about asking them anything else about them. We admire the grind and we quietly side eye people that look like they're taking it easy. So even when you know you're running on empty, there's this whole story telling you that resting is slacking. But rest isn't the prize you get after you earn it, after you finish your to-do list. You don't earn rest. Rest is one of the most important things that contribute to how a human functions. Your body and your brain do incredibly necessary repairs when you're resting and refueling. Your entire system is in recovery and restoration mode. And you skip that long enough, and whatever you're working on so hard or working for so hard, it gets more and more difficult. Lack of rest creates extra challenges. So, guilt for resting, that's bass backwards. So, how do you let yourself actually rest? A couple of things that help me. First, I catch the belief when it shows up, when the guilt hits. I listen for what's underneath that. And usually it's some version of, I should be up doing something with my time, or don't be lazy, get to it. And just hearing that thought out loud instead of letting it run the show for me from the background takes a surprising amount of the power out of it. And then poke at it a little. Is it actually true that you only deserve rest once you've been productive enough? I don't think so. Would you ever say that to somebody that you love? Most of us hold ourselves to a standard we'd never dream of putting on another person. And start small. If fully relaxing feels like too big of a leap, give yourself 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Set a timer if you need the permission. Sit down, no phone, no task, and just be there. Rest. You're teaching your nervous system slowly that nothing bad happens when you stop. So let me say this clearly and with conviction. You don't have to earn your right to rest. You don't have to be productive enough to deserve a break. Your worth was never about your output, even if a loud part of you has believed that for a very long time. And the funny part, when you let yourself rest, you come back with more energy and more patience. The rest you feel guilty about is the very thing that makes your life work better. So this week, give yourself one small piece of guilt-free rest. 10 minutes. No agenda. No earning it first. And when the guilt shows up, just notice it and rest anyway. I'll leave you with one last piece. When people ask, "What are you doing this weekend?" and you say, "Nothing," I want you to shift that, because you can't ever be doing nothing. If you're doing nothing, you're dead. So instead of saying nothing, try catching yourself and instead saying, "I'm going to be resting and rejuvenating, refueling for the weekend." Sometimes I like to say, "I'm going to be resting. I'm going to move just enough so my husband knows I'm not dead." But I like to be sarcastic and humorous. So pick something that feels natural for you and start shifting that "I'm doing nothing," because that's quietly saying that resting is nothing, and resting is not nothing. Resting is one of the most important things you can do. All right, getting off my soapbox. I love you. Take care of yourself, and I'm sending you peace and light.